Hi guys, welcome to my next video for you. I'm continuing with my activity to bring you guys some of the most special and exciting games you can catch on 3v3, a pretty high level 3v3. I'm a player. I have about 40 to 50,000 games of StarCraft 2 multiplayer experience, and I have a lot of StarCraft 1, even maybe 20,000 games of StarCraft 1 Brood War. So I've been around, and I'm probably one of the few YouTuber content StarCraft creators that can say this as such. 20,000 games of StarCraft 1, Brood War, and normal, and also 50,000 of StarCraft 2. So here's the second game that I have. I'm following on the other one that I just posted, which was also on Sandstorm CE. So let's get right into it. So my dedication is to bring you guys games that are special. Here we're facing against one master with two weaker players, and we're I think a trio of diamonds on our side. But what makes this game special, guys? You guys see there is something that makes this game special, and how it turns out in the end. And it's not very long, guys, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So let me go my Shift Z, get the far off view. So I am Protoss in the middle. So when I play 3v3, I'm usually Protoss or Zerg. I can do Terran too, but Terran is I'm not as I don't have the reflexes as much. So Terran is probably the one where you have to do the most. Um, so it's very mechanical, and it's very, usually you have to practice it a lot to be good at it. Usually if you're swapping between races, you'll be swapping between Zerg and Protoss. So you'll see the best players and the pro players in the world that swap, they do that. So that's Scarlet and Raynor. So those are two popular race swappers. So I'm just going to tell you guys exactly what's going on in this game. You see here that there's a red Protoss on my team, Fire, who's sacrificed one of his probes to go up the map to do some what's called a cannon rush or cannon rush harass. Cannon rush usually never kills the enemy, usually it just bothers them or harasses them a little bit. Okay. There's also he sent two probes up. So there's one to do some distracting, and then a second one that is meant to do primary cannons. So these, and I don't like what he's doing too much. I'm not even sure. Okay, this one does block. I'm not even sure if it does block this one. It doesn't even block, so it's kind of useless. It's really just to distract the APM. So I am doing my standard strategy with Protoss. I do a fast expand after doing one pylon. I do cannon. I do a forge as my first building because it helps set up cannons to protect against Zergling rushes. And later on, it also protects against DTs. So here, I'm telling him to make a home cannon because he's at risk from rush from Zerglings. But he is actually being attacked by this guy. And this is a big mistake, a newbie mistake from Fire. Normally, you always set up your initial buildings here at the perimeter if you're in front of an entrance. See, I'm not in front of an entrance, so I don't do it. But here in front of entrance, you have to set it up here to see people coming to. So people don't do this to you, exactly. And it just sets up a perimeter defense. So he completely doesn't do this. And what's going to be the result of this? The result of this is that at this point, where it is now, you can't stop it. So this guy, so Fire is dead. His whole first base area, his whole first nexus, it's dead, dead, dead. There's nothing he can do. And there's not much that me and my ally can do either. You know, me and my ally were not doing rush strategies. You'd have to do a rush strategy to prevent this, and you'd have to have seen it before would have gotten to this point. Now it's like you can't get rid of it without higher tech. So what I do here, you guys, is and this is important to note. What I do here is because I've seen hundreds of these games before. I know purple is going to come in and try to push in with more cannons in this direction towards me. He's going to want to push in cannons here all the way up, and he's going to want to go all the way through here. This is what he's going to want to do. And let me just think here. Yeah. So, um, my reflection is finished. So we have 4 cannons sitting on the Nexus. The Nexus is done. See, right away, boom! He comes in to try to put more cannons here, but I've already anticipated his noobness or his cannon aggression. Let's call it that. And I'm gonna destroy this cannon here, which is a loss of 150 minerals for him. And now I have protected myself from his cannon continuing push. Like it looks like a simple thing, but if I don't do this, he's gonna come in with like a wave of more cannons. They always do this. These cannon rushers. Yeah, I'm the best cannon rusher in the world. That's what they. Actually, it's actually a mentality thing. It's like they're on this strategy and they kind of get a bit fixated on it, and they're just like they kind of dedicate like almost all of their money to it. It's kind of nuts what these cannon rushers do. It's like that's how they think. It's kind of nuts. They shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so now we see the red teleported his units over to a new town, but this is a mistake. If you build a new nexus, you should build it here, or you build it here, or you build it here, or you build it. You don't build it there, because if it gets attacked by a sizable force, it's too far away for any of your allies to help. So why would you build it here? It's so nuts. Anyway, so he managed to run a probe through here. So now he's kind of setting it up, an attack to continue pushing. Just like I said, he's going to continue pushing on the backside, like a little bit of a cannon rushing focused. I don't know, obsessed guy. We can call him a cannon obsessed guy. He's just totally nuts. Why would he do that? Like, well, I mean, I guess we said let's. Now I've got my first immortal out. Maybe I could already have started to hit those things here, but that's okay. There is a blue who's going crazy with pinging. Some players go crazy trying to tell other people what to do. I mean, for me, I just ignore them. Yeah, I'll know what they're pinging. I find it's annoying, but it's like I know what I'm doing. I'm going to come out with 3 immortals so that I clear these much more easily with no losses. Uh, so here, I'm actually just gonna focus on 3 immortals. I'll leave the other two units behind. There's a shield here, which allows some absorption of some of the damage, so I take no damage. It's called hardened shields. And here I go. I start on my process to clear out these cannons. And what that's gonna do is, because I'll be able to go through here with no losses if I manage it properly, easily with no losses. And this guy just spent all this money here, and it's a waste of time and a waste of money. The big thing is it's a waste of time, attention, and money. So that's what I just robbed from this purple guy. And also shown a little bit of his stupidity. It's a little bit, well, it's hard to say it's stupid, but it's definitely risky to do what he did. Super, super high risk. But I mean, if you're playing weak opponents, this kind of strategy will work. And they will make like gateways and warping units and attack from here. It's basically over if they. It's kind of like set up too large of an installation here with defended by 3 units, 3 people. But it's still early game, so they did go this way. I'm coming in with my immortals with their hardened shields. Hardened shields will absorb up to 250 damage for like 10 seconds. Okay, so here we see that AAG has left the game. Why did AAG leave the game? Well, AAG left the game because he sees that purple is way behind on the tech tree. Okay, and purple wasted all of his money on doing this crap here because this thing, I have to say, cost quite a bit of money to do what he did here, make all these cannons and pylons. And another thing is that yeah, I guess that's why he left. Because yeah, he's being countered here. He's doing an attack on red, but he's being countered by blue, but he's not feeling the counter yet. So AAG just left because because of what I did. I hard countered purple with my actions here by building 2 robotics facilities and pumping out immortals. Some people might not do this, but I mean, the solution to clearing out cannons is you pump out immortals and you clear out those things like it's nothing. That's the hard counter to what he did here, and you have to do it with foresight. You have to plan it. You have to know what to build, and then you have to do the proper build the proper units. So here, if we just go back a little bit and follow Orange's, what is Orange looking at? What is he thinking and doing? So if we follow AAG, what what prompts him to have to leave the game? So he's here. He's doing an attack. He sees the allies' bases under attack. He's attacking. There's that should be going on overcharge. It's not going on overcharge. Well, he never looks over at what's happening on the top right, but he knows that it's happening. So it's a good chance here that that's the result of me. But let's just see how it goes. So now it's 3 of us versus 2 of them, but the 2 of them on the other side get a big resource boost from Orange. And basically, we have a highly weakened single player here. I tell Blue to come back here because I don't want him to have his main army over here. You know, we're super vulnerable here. I don't want him, so he sends his units back anyway. Orange. I don't know who's controlling this. Purple is controlling this? Purple is controlling it. That was poor management, poor control. Okay, so what we have here. So blue, now red has an opportunity to continue doing what he's doing here and build up. But I mean, things are not looking good. He's just way too isolated. So basically, it's just me and blue, and me, teal, and blue, and a super weak, super vulnerable red versus 2 pumped up units, players. Okay. So let me zoom out a bit. Am I not zoom out? There we go. So I can see a bit more what's going on the field. So blue is doing this attack here on the left side. Okay, we'll track it. What is this guy doing? He's hunting for overlords. Okay, good on you, but there's none. Just tactically, he's all wrong. He's got 1 base here. He should send a probe to go here, and the first thing he should do is to start creating bases here because he's totally vulnerable here. In fact, okay, I've played with fire before. He always does cannon rushes. He doesn't seem like a very good player, even though he has got a diamond 2, diamond 3 really. Okay. We missed that. Let's just catch the attack. Sorry about that. So in comes blue here with his attack. You can see like 3v3 is crazy, you know, with 3 players moving. Okay. So he's surely going to stim at this point. Now he has to pull back his Marines. Pull back Marines, pull back Marines. But there's a lot of Banelings, just too many. Plus, there's support of the other player, so there's just no way that this was ever going to do anything. Like, and he doesn't even have any medevacs. Totally, that's a big loss. So on top of that, where things are not going well on our side, two pumped up players against 2 maybe more normal players with 1 super weakened player. It's not looking good. You can just see the wave of units here from yellow. He just has tons, and this is on top. This is the master player. So this is a strong player on their side. So the other 2 are not strong. I think they're only platinum, around platinum. So the 2 are not strong. But sometimes people outplay their level. So here, there's a buildup of forces here. I mean, there's too much here. There's no way Reds can defend. Banelings are strong. Ghost knows what to do. He knows that this guy is vulnerable. This guy has no chance. And he's just going to lose everything that he has. So we were looking at a weakened player, a weakened bad strategy player who's going to be even weaker. So basically now, guys, what we're looking at is two powered up players with powered up economies versus two normal players, because basically Red's dead now because he's an idiot. A little bit of an idiot, let's put it that way. On this side, I saw this coming because I had a probe here, and it's easy for me to react to this and have, like, I think no losses. Even my probe survives it. So Red succeeds to put in a nexus here. Okay, good for you. You made a nexus here, but how are you going to protect it? If you had built it here, Red, I would have been able to protect because there's even a ramp here, upper ground ramp, and it would have been a little bit easier for me to protect. So okay, Yellow's going through the middle here, which is a little bit of a mistake. The defense here is strong, plus I'm here. Coming here with Kalos. Kalos will rape this. Colossus or Colossi are very effective against the units that you see here because they do splash damage and they do bonus damage. So, I mean, just like tactical errors all over the place for fire. You build here, not there. I'm trying to use my, I think they're speed upgraded Void Rays to run around and do some harass, but I get cut off by the Hydra army here. So I'm running them back now. So the Hydras are going here to Red. I'm trying to get my Kalos in place to defend it, but oh, he canceled. But it would have been hard for me to defend against two powered up players with good armies attacking me at the same time, and my allies not even close. None of them are close. So it would have been really hard for me to defend that. Like, I don't think it would have been possible. It would not have been. He gets the cancel, and now Red doesn't have any more money. Excuse me, to build a new nexus, and he doesn't have the foresight either to ask us for more money. Some players, they just don't know how to play. And this is a diamond, right? It's just one of those very poor diamond players. Okay, so what do I do at this point? So what I want to do is I want to set up a front perimeter here, so that I kind of protect here at the same time, and I protect a bit here at the same time. So that's what I want to do. But now here Yellow's coming in. He's a powered up player. I'm going to have a hard time against him if I... And plus he's bringing in some of Orange's army. So this guy knows what he's doing. The Ghost, well, he's the master player. I don't want to lose all my army. There's a lot of Hydras over here. And they're supported by Zerglings, so... on top of that, there's Vipers there, so it's not looking good for me. Finally, you see Blue is moving, starting to do some stuff to get involved. The Viper abducts are nuts. But at least I should try to get away with the other ones, the other units that I have. So the Immortals and the Void Rays. He pulls away. Finally, Blue is getting a bit more involved. He seems like he's been doing nothing for the last 5-6 minutes. I hope he has upgrades. Oh, it's because he's been producing ghosts. If I didn't have to protect this noob. See, I tried to build a wall here. It's all with the purpose of protecting Red a little bit. So finally he gets another base. But I mean... non-factor, complete non-factor, this poor diamond player. Okay, so now we're going in together. I'm more confident now that I have some stimmed bio support. I know he's doing a blink out, but he didn't do a good blink out anyway, so he only blinks out properly with half of stalkers. Here we are pushing together, which is the main thing you want to do. We're at the zenith of our strengths. Me and Blue. Yeah, Purple is not that strong. I don't think he's playing that good with the money that he has. He has a ton of money, but he's just not playing well with it. He doesn't have... he's not controlling well. He's not building the right units. He's not getting enough production. Here we go. We're pushing in. One key unit here is my Observer. It's helping to clear out. Yeah, he's using his scans, but Observer is more of a permanent form of detection. Here we're able to attack together. Now I'm doing my prismatic alignment with my Void Rays, which is bonus damage against large armored units. There are some ghosts that can get involved with doing some snipes. I think that's what he was taking the time to employ with some ghosts. because ghosts can be, it's a high level fun thing to do, and a lot of them survive, which is a great thing. And also, I had rallied my carriers over to join the fray with the main army. So there it is, a win. You can almost consider this as a 2 versus 3 because Red played so bad, did nothing all game, right? Outside of his very, very, very shoddy cannon rush. And yeah, so here it is. They're tapping out. The strongest strategy for Protoss to do is usually going for air. It's the scariest strategy to do. I mean, a good player can do as good or better sometimes with ground army, but I mean, Purple should have been going for air. What he did anyway with ground wasn't good enough. And there you have it, guys. A good win, basically in a 2v3 scenario. You gotta do it. It's not easy to do. Most of the times in games like this, in a 2v3 where one of the allies plays the way Fire did, you lose. So it's a good comeback from me and what's his name? Tiger Tank. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. I have 2 more that I'm going to create today. So I hope like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.